Welcome back. It went about as well as could be expected. We wanted something nicer for his grave, but they told us something like that's reserved for Sanctus tradition.
You can expect little else in Altabri. I apologize for not being present.
We've just gotten ourselves out of the public eye. If we had gone as a group, worst case, we'd have been turned in.
I wish we could have mourned him at his home. It had to happen in the lap of the Sanctus Church of all places. I hear the Parapists typically prefer a more joyful send-off, with singing and celebration.
It's all right. Us soldier kids could never afford to be too picky. Telling you he couldn't choose where to snuff it. The fact that you were there, Lady Juna, that's enough for us.
Basilio.
Best to leave him be for a while. He's just lost the only family he had.
By the way, have you checked the Farsight mirror? The curse might be...
Unfortunately, it still hasn't lifted. Guess that means it was someone other than Forden after all.
But Forden brazenly admitted that he had been the mastermind. Luis was innocent of that crime, at least.
Someone must have cast it at Forden's command. Unless we can find and kill them in time... Damn it all!
We've more pressing problems at hand, don't we? Now Luis knows the prince is alive. Surely that's far from ideal.
The village is deep in the forest. It's not an easy place to find, even if you're looking. Going to the prince's side could be dangerous. So let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But even if we sought the real culprit, we no longer have any leads to follow.
If I might make a suggestion, perhaps we should visit my sister again. She may have some insight on the Sanctus Church's past, but that's tomorrow's concern. As for tonight, we could all use some time to rest our hearts and minds.
Oh, look at you, kid. You look near dead yourself.
Tell? What?
Seems you made it out in one piece, though.
Are you alive? But back there, you... Don't tell me you pulled some bloody trick. Just like Luis. Bloody hell, Tell. I thought I...
Basilio, sorry. From here on, you're taking the lead.
But why? I can't without you. Tell, I only made it this far because I followed you.
Don't give me that. You're the strong one. Me, I never knew where I was going. Basilio, protect the weak. Swear you'll do it, not for me, but for yourself. If you can do that, I'll always be with you.
Tell...
Don't give me that look. Well, this one's goodbye for now. You ready? Let's hear it, Basilio. You fight. But why?
O Lodestar, ye grief-racked brother, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
Not really a choice. It's back to the starting line. This time I'll lead. Ardell entrusted me with this chance. I've got to show him I've got this.
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. O Lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities are thy light. Awaken.
See you around, Del.
Thank goodness! You're finally awake! You were passed out! Don't scare me like that! Not that I can blame you. After all that's happened.
Sir Basilio, there's magla flowing through him. I think it's the same as our power.
It's you lot. From before.
They want to pay their respects for Fidelio.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Del. Funny, innit? Maybe this world's not so bad.
Thanks.
My God, what in the world is that, lads? It struck down Santifex Fallen right before our eyes. That's supposed to be impossible.
And Luis made sure it was a bloody spectacle, before an audience even. The bastard is making sport of it.
We must devise a plan. Otherwise, even if Luis does not sway our supporters, they may lose faith in the church.
Before all else, we must choose a successor. But they need not share Forden's strength.
I have brought her here.
You requested an audience? Assembled lords?
Rella, we must ask your support. Let me be direct. We would like you to enter the tournament as a formal successor to His Eminence Sanctifex Forden.
This girl? She is your plan?
Have you gone mad? I reject this proposal. If anyone is to succeed His Eminence, it should be me, as his trusted right hand.
See sense. Strength alone means nothing. And without that, you have nothing worthy of the people's loyalty.
Rella, will you not speak? Surely you feel what they ask of you is beyond your station.
Well, that is...
You are wise beyond your years, Rella. Surely you understand. What the lost children need now is not a righteous avenger, but a refuge from their fears. The people would flock to a saint who dwells among her people. Already many would rejoice to see you rule as queen. Rella, will you answer their call?
This is all rather sudden.
Of course, you would have our full support. Naturally, we will make arrangements so that the tournament's next round turns in your favor.
Even so, I am unfit to be queen.
Allow me to clarify. This is not exactly a request. Would you rather have that tyrant Luis become king?
Well...
Hey, sounds like we've got big news. I just heard from the pack of Sanctists. I figured they'd shove someone up to take Forden's place. But where it is, it'll be Saint Rella. Gonna be an announcement tomorrow.
The mourning for Forden's barely started, and they're already lining up his successor. And Rella, at that. Going for popularity over power, it seems.
They're getting careless. Though, thinking about it, maybe it's a smarter choice than it seems.
But, say St. Rella wins against Louise, becomes proper queen and all, gets to do what she wants. Doesn't that tidy this whole thing right up?
No, this can't be her own decision. Just the idea of being queen would put her stomach in knots.
The politicians must be trying to make her their puppet. Perhaps it was an order she could not refuse.
This isn't good. Probably not the best time to talk to her either.
But that's got to mean they're keeping the tournament going, right? Then they'll probably announce the next challenge once Rella's candidacy goes public.
Either way, I don't like it. This is all escalating too fast for my tastes. All the support Forden had campaigned for will likely just go straight to Rella with hardly a dent. If Louise and the Sanctus Church are trying to reclaim the status quo as the two pillars of government, that'll be a tough lead to shake. After all, just lifting the curse isn't going to be enough to restore the prince to the throne.
Indeed. Louise versus Rella. Front-runner and runner-up, with no ties to the royal family between them. Everyone will see plain that popularity's eclipsed royal right. His Highness himself will have to win this battle on the faith of the people, or his claim to the crown will never be acknowledged.
Besides which, Luis now knows that His Highness lives. His whereabouts have not been discovered, but the Kingslayer will take up the hunt.
So many obstacles. What do we do?
Well, I know one way to keep a VIP protected. A classic tactic, really. The military does it all the time. We use a body double. You're supposed to be a dead ringer for the prince, yeah?
You mean he pretends to be the prince? That's absurd. You realize it's a capital offense to impersonate royalty.
We've come this far. I'll trust you guys with the rest.
Are you sure?
Ardell was right about you being mental. I think we could pull it off, though. The prince has been gone ages. Nobody's in a position to point out differences.
Wait, just think about this. He's elder, the royal family's Clamar, and have been for generations. His appearance would be the least of our worries.
If I may. His Highness the Prince lacks the Clamar horns. Some rumors suggest 'twas not some miraculous feature of the prince alone, but a mark of elden blood. I've heard no confirmation either way myself, but at the very least, 'tis a tale any aristocrat is bound to have heard in passing.
In other words, with an elder claiming the prince's name and a known royal knight to vouchsafe him, we'd have enough plausibility to shake the nobles to their core.
Of course, all this means little, unless our double himself is willing. What say you?
I am the prince. Was that believable?
Even this doesn't get to you? Sometimes I worry about you.
Your resolve has been challenged many times over, and never have you strayed. I am humbled once more. I pledge my soul to this gambit.
Good. Then we declare ourselves tomorrow, where this announcement's going to take place. Seems like the optimal place to make sure we're heard.
Right then. Looks like I'll have to give the old girl a polish worthy of a prince. My cue as well. From here on, it's nose to the grindstone until my magnum opus is finished. Can't let the lad be the only one with his life on the line.
Wir wissen nicht, was in einer solchen Situation passieren wird. Nach unserer Vorbereitung in der Stadt sollten wir uns daher auf morgen konzentrieren. Wir dürfen nicht vergessen, dass uns die Mönchsoldaten beobachten. Wir sollten unsere Einkäufe auf der Surbrücke beschenken und nachts zum Läufer zurückkehren. Oi, 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 was ein Abenteuer, Mann. Ich weiß gar nicht, ich habe immer das Gefühl, wir sind am Ende. Also Leute, ich bin jetzt eurem Symbafix. Wir sind hier wieder zurück im Metaphor. Das wird ein sehr cutscenes-reicher Part, aber das haben wir uns nach dem furchtbaren Drachentampel auch verdient. Wir haben die 50-Stunden-Marke gebrochen. Und ja, also, ich fasse das jetzt gar nicht alles zusammen, weil das ist definitiv viel zu viel, was hier passiert ist. Dracadarius hat hier die Macht, wie wir gesehen haben, das Unmögliche wahrzumachen und die Königsmagie zu beseitigen. Luis wurde ja mehr oder weniger von den Toten erweckt. Wir wissen aber nun, dass er nicht der Ursprung der Magie ist, die den König hier übermannt hat. Und die goldene Frage ist, wer steckt dann dahinter? Es ist nicht Thorn. Wen haben wir denn noch als Figuren? Ich meine, die ganzen, die da in diesem Rat sitzen, ehrlich gesagt schätze ich die jetzt mal nicht an, dass sie irgendwie eine großartige Bedrohung darstellen. Genau, hier war so ein Laden. Da bin ich mal aufs Genommen gelaufen und wollte mal schauen, was es gibt. Ein Goldkäfer gleich mal. Was kann man hier kaufen? Ich würde gerne mit dem Typ reden, danke. Ah, okay. Feuertrunk. Ach so, okay. Nett. Halbiert Gebrauch von Aktion zu... Das ist ein geiler Gegenstand. Den lassen wir einfach mal. Erlaubt 2 Aktionen in Folge zum Preis von je einem Aktionssymbol. Kaufe ich auch mal. Was hat denn der für geiles Zeug hier? Die Items hätte ich in den letzten Dungeons sehr gut gebraucht. Kaufen wir nur eins. Ja, ich habe kein Geld mehr. Ich kann nur zu Planus einkaufen gehen. Jetzt kaufen wir nur von den Drinks hier noch. Ist immer nett, wenn wir zusätzliche Aktionen mal haben wollen. Geiles Zeug. Also Leute, so wie Ding passiert. Louis von den Toten aufbeschworen. Mega coole Szene. Also ganz ehrlich, Louis ist so ein guter Bösewicht. So richtig, so neutral böse. Einfach, ihm ist egal, was passiert, er ist einfach böse. Und er macht einfach sein Ding in seinem Glauben. Ich will gar nicht böse sagen, also es ist aber ein sehr, sehr cooler Auftritt hier wieder von ihm gewesen. Dass unser Zombie-Beschwörer wieder da ist, finde ich jetzt nicht so wahr. Jetzt ist die Frage, wer ist jetzt da am Kopf? Du bist jetzt jemand, der zwischen verschiedenen Schicksalen steht. Um der wahre König dieses Landes zu werden, darfst du vor den Gefahren nicht zurückkehren. Selbst die schwierigen Situationen musst du jede Möglichkeit der Chance nutzen. Vor uns tun wird die Rangliste deutlich verändern. Wir müssen uns unseren nächsten Schritt überlegen. Wer hätte gedacht, dass die Vorsehung seiner Eminenz Vorden von uns nehmen würde? Klosteri, seht, ist in letzter Zeit so verrückt geworden, dass der Königsfürst nicht einmal in Stadt der Ringe mithalten kann. Ja. Auf jeden Fall ist klar, dass Louis sterben muss. Relia ist jetzt auch noch eine interessante Dame. Und die goldene Frage ist, wie steckt die da wirklich drin? Wir haben ja gehört, dass sie auch hier noch irgendwas hat, aber nicht preisgeben will, wie sie mit dem König und so zusammenhängt. Und ja, Leute, ich denke, dann haben wir auch unser finales Teammitglied, Basilo. Ich verstehe überhaupt nichts mehr. Was zur Hölle ist geschehen? Warum denn Lady Relia vor uns Platz sein? Wenn möglich, würde ich lieber gegen sie kämpfen, aber wenn die sanktistische Kirche sie ausnutzt, dann will ich nichts dagegen tun. Okay, gut. Jetzt schau mal, Basilo, was ist deine Klasse? Berserker. Okay, ein starker physischer Angreifer. Sehr, sehr cool. Liebe Leute, mehr kann ich in dem Part auch gar nicht sagen. War, wie gesagt, ein sehr Cutscene-getriebener Part. Wir werden jetzt erstmal Schluss machen und ich bin dann gespannt, wie es beim nächsten Mal weitergeht. Ich denke mal nicht, dass wir mit Relia entspannt sprechen können und sie zur Aufgabe bringen können. Aber immerhin ist bald unser Kopf auch auf dem Königsfeld. Das ist doch immer etwas. Dann sage ich jetzt erstmal vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao.